What's up, everyone? This is Destroyer229, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 FES. Last time, we established two new social links, the Hermit and Strength. We also got introduced to requests that Elizabeth will give to us from time to time. And in this episode, it is the evening of the 30th, which means it's time for us to go and sing some karaoke. So let's go ahead and start off with some beautiful singing. I swear I'm a much better singer, but I need an actual song. I can't just sing on the spot. Hooray! For that, we are now rank 3 courage. We're now determined. Alright. Making some good progress on that. Alright, well, it's late in the evening. We're tired. We're sick. To be honest, I think it would be better if we just slept earlier. We're going to go to Tartarus pretty soon. And I don't think I'll have another opportunity to go to the nurse's office. So, it is now May 1st, and we're no longer sick. Hooray! Oh, hey, it's Yukari. Hey, Yukari, what's up? Yeah, that is true. Felt like it just came to this school. It's already May. Yeah, that's true. Well, don't worry, Yukari. I mean, I depend on you a lot when we go to Tartarus, so you've gotten a lot better than that first day. All right, but it's now after school.
FYI, Akihiko-san's at the hospital getting a checkup. He called me earlier and asked me to bring him something. Yep, he knows who to count on.
He only asked you because you don't have anything else to do after school.
Hey, I resent that.
Doesn't mean it's not true.
I'm just kidding. So, what do you want you to bring?
The class roster for 2E.
What's he want that for? Well, I don't have practice today, so I'll go with you. You're coming too, right?
Well, sure, I guess.
Cool.
Wait a minute.
What? Is there a problem?
Well, it was me he asked.
And we can just go as a group. I don't quite see the problem with that, Junpei.
Is Akihiko-senpai... in this room, by any chance?
What are all of you guys doing here?
Ah!
We came to see you. But it doesn't look like anything's wrong with you.
I'm just here for a checkup. Is that it, Aki? Yeah, thanks. I don't have time for this shit.
Who was that?
He seems like he's barrels of fun.
A friend from school, sort of. You know how the number of apathy syndrome cases have been increasing? Well, he knows a few people who are suffering from it, so I was asking him about it. Hey, Junpei, did you bring what I asked?
Of course, senpai. You shouldn't move your arm.
Yeah, it's nothing. I've wasted enough time already. I need to get back to my training.
Yeah, Gecko Khan's golden boy. He was born to be in the ring.
Sometimes I really don't get you.
Junpei.
By the way, Senpai, why boxing?
You mean, why did I choose that sport? Well, it's not the sport itself I like. I just wanted to learn how to fight. I know what it's like to feel powerless. And I don't want to feel that way again. Besides, I'm curious to see how strong I can get. It's like a game, only I'm competing against myself.
Well, that's an interesting way of looking at it. You know, I'm into games too.
Video games.
Yeah, video games.
They're good for hand-eye coordination.
Which is strangely enough true, but I don't think that quite works with your fight style, Junpei. Well, whatever. We managed to do what Akihiko asked of Junpei.
Welcome back.
Thanks, Mitsuru. Yeah, me too. Well, we'll be going to Tartarus soon enough. However, today is Friday, which means it's time for Horror House. Now, the reason why it seems interesting why they ask about Akihiko and boxing is it's somewhat the reason why I went with Kendo Team as the sport I went with, because there are quite a few of our party members that actively use school as a form of training. I mean, Yukari has archery club. Akihiko, minor spoilers, but he will recover and eventually join the party. I'm pretty sure that was pretty obvious. However, he fights using his fists, which he uses boxing to basically beat up shadows. That's partially why I went with Kendo, because it's a form of swordplay, and so I figured that would be the best way to help increase our capabilities. You know, from a narrative point of view. However, today we are going to Horror House, like I mentioned earlier, so time to go into the spooky booth. Ooh. I'm weird sometimes. Well, at the very least, we've gotten that taken care of, and it is now late evening. Okay, tomorrow we will be going to Tartarus, but I really don't want to be tired. I'm gonna sleep earlier. We have quite a bit that we're going to be going through Tartarus, and I really don't want to be tired. Actually, since I'm already feeling good, this brings up an excellent point. Since we were already feeling good, now we're in great condition. So next expedition in Tartarus is going to be really fantastic. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Oh yeah, Golden Week is coming up. Shopping show, huh? Well, whatever. That was a very quick school day. So, it is now end of school on the 2nd, which we actually have something that we need to do today. Okay, we're good. Flavor text that I don't care about. It is now the afternoon of the 2nd, and we did accept a request from Elizabeth that she wanted to take a tour of Polonia Mall. So why don't we go ahead and do that right now while we're thinking about it. Hey Elizabeth, I remember you wanted to have a tour! You said you wanted to tour Polonia Mall? This should be interesting, to say the least.
Ah, yes. An intimate encounter with one of your world's rarities. This must be a fountain.
They're not exactly rare.
It makes sport of water, well known to all to be the foundation of life. How wicked! It's rumored that its enchanting nature grants wishes to those who sacrifice a few coins.
That's just a superstition, Elizabeth.
Is that so? Is it possible that the worth of the coins wasn't sufficient to pique the fountain spirit's interest?
I don't think that's quite how it works.
Fortunately, I anticipated this and brought a good supply of coins. 2,000 of your 500 yen coins, to be exact.
I'm sorry, what? 2,000 coins that are worth about 5... Wait. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 zeros. 5 zeros plus 10. That's 1,000,000 yen!
I shall make an opening bid to the fountain spirit of 1,000,000 yen.
Elizabeth, that's insane! All that money. Oh, how many times I could go to karaoke with that. By the way, if you do just leave it there, then that animation just goes on for a long time. It's like her purse is a bottomless pit.
I was so caught up in the excitement of tossing in coins that I hadn't given my wish any thought. This won't do. I shall give it more careful consideration before I return here in the near future.
I wonder what passerby's gonna think when they see all that coins. Those people must think she's nuts.
What is this facility here?
The police station?
There are some stern-faced gentlemen inside. And these photographs displayed so prominently. Most wanted. Reward. Am I correct in thinking of these as your version of my subjugation requests?
Well, yeah, but you don't kill them.
I see. So they must be captured alive.
By the way, the subjugation request was like the grave beetle request that we accepted earlier.
You've sated my curiosity.
Oh, what now?
This edifice over here. It can't be. Is this a club?
That's Club Escapade.
Dancers, dictated by the sway of one's inner passions. A subterranean garden of uninhibited spectacle. Oh, no. It's not closed for business now, is it?
Only in the evenings.
Such a pity. I had hoped to join in on the wild ritual.
Elizabeth, maybe you shouldn't do that in public.
Ooh, that was quite satisfying.
I'm getting really embarrassed.
But I'm overwhelmed. Everything looks so new and inviting. Everywhere I look, something catches the eye. If you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could recommend our next activity.
Well, karaoke is usually packed in the middle of the day. I do know the arcade's open, so why don't we check out there?
This arcade, I have heard of it before. I recall it described as a playground where one sports with electric fairies in exchange for tokens.
Kind of.
I have also heard that they contain games where one controls a bird to win prizes. I'm eager to see it.
The crane game?
Ah, excuse me. Would you mind waiting for a moment?
Oh no.
I wasn't aware that there was a fountain on this side as well.
Don't tell me you have another million yen just stored in that bottomless pit you call a purse.
Yet another fountain on the opposite side. I see. So this place is host to a trinity of fountain spirits.
My explorer sense inside of me just died a little.
Apologize for the wait. Let us continue.
All that treasure. Okay, well, I suppose we can show her around the arcade.
Thank you for the invaluable experiences you've shared with me today. I consider this mission fully accomplished.
Yay.
This may sound forward, but I'd like to accompany you again sometime.
Well, that's certainly going to be a very interesting story. Still, at the very least, we've completed the request. So now by going to the Velvet Room and talking about requests, we can actually get it marked off. And get a reward, too. I can see why. Oh? That seems like a self-fulfilling wish. Oh? Ooh. Sweet! So yes, there are going to be points where by completing requests, we'll be able to get items from Elizabeth that we'll be able to then create other personas with. So let's say that we had the ability to fuse Huapo before. I don't think we can fuse Huapo, to be honest. I can check though. Do-do-do-do-do. Omoikane, Fornius, Alp Lilum. Nekomata. I don't think we can fuse Huapo with their current personas. No, we can't. Okay. However, if we did have the combination to create Huapo, we would just get a completely different persona. So now that we've completed that request, we can now fuse that persona. So it is in your best interest to do these types of requests as much as possible whenever there's any sort of key item like that, because then you'll be able to get items that you can then use to create more personas. Okay, I don't think there's really anything else we can. I mean, we can't accept another request. We can only accept 3 requests at a time. However, Juzumaru we can just get on our own. Jack Brothers we can just do on our own. And the old document is not really necessary because we can just grab that and then accept the request. So I think we're pretty alright. We're done here. We don't need to accept any more requests. We don't need to make any other personas. So with that taken care of, also what's great with the Elizabeth dates is the fact that it doesn't take up any time. So you can just do that, turn in the request, and then do a social link afterwards. So it's actually really nice because it just doesn't take up any time after school. Now today, we're heading back over to school because, well, we're not hanging out with Hierophant. Instead, we're going to head on back on over to the second floor. Now today, what we're going to be doing is hanging out with one of our new social links. In this case, Strength. So hey Yuko, what's up? So yeah, whenever you don't have kendo practice or just sports practice, whenever basically if you can't hang out with Kaz, you can hang out with Yuko. So today we're gonna spend time with Yuko. Oh, wild duck burger this time. Why? What happened? That seems a bit out of place. Yeah, I mean, especially the whole skirt length thing, because that's just kind of stupid. But him just getting really pissed off at that? I mean, it's concerning, but he really shouldn't have just gone off on that. So yeah, I agree with you, Yuko. I'm one for history, so that kind of rubs me the wrong way, but... Well, that is true. Wasn't I? It doesn't seem any longer to me. Ooh. Yeah, if you want to basically have a student learn, don't make them just write arbitrary papers. That's just gonna have them resent learning, and that's just going to, instead of reinforcing that you should do this, it's just gonna make them not care. And I look forward to that, Yuko. And it's good to think about the future. Thou art I, and I am thou. Methinks that she takes a liking to ya, Minato. Ranku up. And so we've reached rank 2 with Yuko. Hooray! Oh, that was so stupid. Well, I'd like to think that we're at least friends at this point, instead of just casual acquaintances. Alright, later, Yuko. Alright, and with parting with Yuko, it is now the evening.
Sup, dude?
Hey, Junpei. I know, right? Thank goodness for Golden Week. Oh, not midterms. Man, I don't want to think about midterms. However, it's the evening of the 2nd, and if you'll recall, one of Elizabeth's requests requested some sort of pine resin that we could only get by talking to someone on the 2nd. Whenever we get those types of requests, we need to first accept the request, and then we need to talk to someone here at the dorm for a specific item. Now, for the pine resin, the person who would have that item would be Yukari. Yeah, I kinda do. Yeah, sure. Thanks, Yukari. Sort of? Not really. Hooray! So now we can go and talk to Elizabeth, and then we can go and turn in this request. However, today, we're gonna head on over to Tartarus. I'm assuming since it's been a while, everyone's feeling alright. Hooray! Yay! Alright, do you have anything important to say, Mitsuru? So yeah, that is actually interesting. The fewer party members means that the fewer, I guess, total experience you get in a battle is divvied up. So when Junpei wasn't around with us for the training, it does go by a bit faster. But it is a lot more problematic since that's fewer targets for the shadows to go after. So yeah, risk and reward. However, I do want to go to Tartarus. However, it is getting kind of late in the video. You know what? We'll go ahead and head on over to Tartarus now, but we won't actually do anything. So let's go ahead and head on over. By the way, if you do leave for Tartarus or whatever, and you have that type of request, you can't talk to the person while you're in Tartarus. So make sure you talk to Yukari before you talk to Mitsuru. However, now that we're here at Tartarus, I'm just gonna go ahead and turn in this request, and then we'll just go and call it a day. We don't have that much time left, so I think all I'm gonna do is just do that, and we'll just focus on Tartarus exploration next time. Yes, it is. Do I even want to ask? What? Oh boy. Uh-oh. Well, for doing that, we get 2 purifying rice. And if I'm not mistaken, those essentially allow us to cast Hama, which is a low-level light spell. Alright, now we didn't get anything for any other requests opened up to us from that, but at the very least, we're good to go for the time being. All we have is to get the Grave Beetle shell and to reach the top floor of Tartarus. Those are the only timed requests. So now we've gotten that taken care of, it's time we go ahead and call it a day. So next time on Let's Play Persona 3 FES, we are going to go and explore Tartarus some more. We've got quite a bit ahead of us. I'm kind of overreaching a bit on this one. Then again, when have my Tartarus explorations not been overreaching a bit? However, we do have quite a bit that we need to accomplish, so it's gonna be barrels of fun. So until next time, everyone, take care.